Across the silent reaches of the void, there lies a world dying in brilliance. They call it Earth's twin. But here, the light perished billions of years ago, held captive beneath an eternal shroud of amber. At the base of its valleys, the pressure is as dense as an ocean. A silence so heavy it could stifle any sound. We are not merely looking at another planet. We are gazing into the grandest tomb in the solar system. The beauty of hostility. Venus looks like a lie. From a distance, it's a soft, silent ivory, perfectly still. But that glow isn't coming from water clouds or anything that might harbor life. It's actually the glare of sunlight, violently reflected off thick, lethal layers of sulfuric acid. Look beneath that jewel-like exterior, and you won't find a paradise. You'll find a furnace of crushing pressure and heat, ready to swallow anything that touches the surface. The moment you cross that line, the thrill of discovery turns into something else. A primal fear, because you aren't just flying into a planet anymore, you're sinking. It's a deep-sea dive into an ocean of air so thick there's no foothold and no way back. As the white veil above fades away, you realize you're being consumed by something vast, nameless, and deathly quiet. When the blue vanishes, this is where the light fails. Every blue wavelength, the color of our sky, the color of hope, is choked out by the atmosphere. What's left of the sun is a murky, suffocating amber that stains everything it touches. You've entered a world where a blue day simply doesn't exist. This is a kingdom of yellow shadows, where even the last scrap of light feels like it's decaying. At the bottom of the Venusian atmosphere, the line between gas and liquid simply vanishes. With pressure 90 times that of Earth, carbon dioxide is forced into a state called a supercritical fluid. This isn't air as we know it. It's a thick, heavy soup of matter, so dense that it could actually keep you buoyant. Standing here, you're not just enduring pressure. You are standing at the bottom of an ocean of liquefied gas, where every movement is a struggle against the massive, frictional drag of a world packed too tight with molecules. In this dense soup, sound doesn't behave. Because the air is so tightly packed, sound waves travel faster and hold their energy much longer than they do on Earth. The result is a kind of acoustic chaos. Mechanical groans from the planet's crust, miles away, can ring in your ears as if they're right behind you. But there's a catch. The atmosphere also acts as a filter. It swallows high-pitched noises, leaving only a low, muffled thrum. You'd feel constantly hunted by phantom noises you can't trace. An auditory torture in a world that's always whispering, yet completely devoid of life. The isolation here is amplified by a strange optical trick, super refraction. The air is so thick it actually bends light to match the curvature of the planet itself. Here, the horizon doesn't drop away like it does on Earth. Instead, it seems to curve upward, giving you the haunting illusion that you're standing at the bottom of a giant, amber-colored bowl. Your vision is trapped, choked by the scattering of light in a medium so dense that space seems to fold in on you, leaving no visual escape to the stars above. In that supercritical state we mentioned, the atmosphere of Venus doesn't just crush the Venera probes. It finds a way to seep inside. With its extreme density, this gas-liquid hybrid crawls through the tiniest microscopic gaps in the titanium hulls, dragging lethal heat directly into the ship's core. These probes aren't just fighting the heat. They're besieged by a substance with the force of a liquid, but the invasive power of a gas. It's a silent molecular invasion, one that renders every layer of armor utterly meaningless. Think about those 127 minutes, the record for survival set by Venera 13. That's 127 minutes of machinery screaming under the strain, in a world where lead and zinc have already turned to liquid. Every image sent back to Earth was a miracle of defiance. But when the last welds melted and the circuits finally snapped, the probe didn't just die, it was assimilated. In that instant, the line between high-tech engineering and a lifeless rock vanished. The ship became part of the Venusian geology, a twisted hunk of metal claimed by the pressure of an ocean of air. Because there's no water or sandstorms to erode them, these wrecks are still there, sitting exactly where they landed over 40 years ago. They exist in a state of eerie preservation beneath the acid mists. In this vast, lonely world, these shards of titanium are the only fingerprints of humanity. They lie there, silent in the amber gloom, like ancient tombs of a civilization that never had a chance to begin. It is a small, haunting presence, a reminder that this universe was never built to welcome us. The lonely wrecks we see today rest on a surface that wasn't always this hostile. Computer climate models suggest that for billions of years, Venus and Earth might have shared the same brilliant beginning. There is solid scientific ground for a time when this planet possessed liquid oceans and stable continents. It was a near-perfect double, a true twin, where life might have once flickered into existence. The suffocating silence we find today is actually the echo of a paradise stripped away by the cruel, grinding gears of the cosmos. The shift from a lush blue world to an eternal furnace didn't happen overnight. It was driven by a terrifying phenomenon, the runaway greenhouse effect. As solar radiation intensified, water vapor began to evaporate at an uncontrollable rate, creating an irreversible heat trap. The oceans boiled away, and heated carbonate rocks bled their CO2 into the sky, forging the supercritical atmosphere we saw earlier. This is the ultimate proof of a climate system that crossed the point of no return, where the laws of physics took over to dismantle a world. The isolation of those Venera probes lying in a graveyard of basalt is more than just a chapter of space history. It is a mirror. When we look into those murky amber horizons and feel the crushing weight of Venus, we aren't just observing another planet. We are witnessing a possible future for Earth, should our own fragile balance ever shatter. Those rusted hulls are the first relics of a warning, a vision of a world where the blue of our oceans is a distant memory, replaced by an eternal silence and the dying yellow light of a ghost planet. After all our attempts to penetrate its secrets, we are met with a quiet truth. Venus does not hate us. It simply has no need for us. This planet is not a battlefield, but a vast entity operating by the purest laws of physics. Amidst the blackness of space, it will continue to spin, brilliant under the sun, yet solitary within its supercritical shroud. Humanity's titanium footprints will remain there forever, veiled in acid mists, like tiny grains of sand unable to stir the silence of a world that has chosen to close itself off from life. A world like Venus serves as a stark reminder that life on Earth is not a given. It is a fragile miracle, woven from a series of cosmic accidents. Let the murky amber horizons and the suffocating weight of our twin become a silent warning from the dark, so that when we look back at our blue sky and breathe the gentle air of home, we might cherish every breath this planet gives us, before it all becomes nothing more than an amber memory drifting in the eternal void.